Due to COVID-19, New York State faces huge funding shortages. Without federal relief or new revenue, lawmakers may cut some state funding streams by 20%. This includes behavioral health care. Families Together in New York State set out to talk to parents and youth to share their experience and show how crucial their behavioral health has become. These are their voices.
A failed system, a broken system to begin with, is going to be completely shattered, broken with a 20% cut.
The service providers are not getting paid nearly enough.
Kids and families need these services. So cutting the funding would devastate a lot of people.
It's their lifeline. It's their reason for being. It's the only way to help their families.
And it will really hurt the people who need these services the most.
If that is cut, what is going to happen?
Because the message that is being sent to my community in terms of Black and brown folks, urban folks, is that you're not mattering.
Because of the lack of proper health care, more Black and brown people are dying than anybody else. It's infuriating.
I work with young people in recovery, and we've seen an increase in overdoses.
We are in a crisis. People want to commit suicide.
We have had a steady rise in suicide rates and suicidality.
We had a 12-year-old girl here try to commit suicide. And I'm like, how bizarre is that? For a 12-year-old not to see any future?
Before COVID, I think the services were difficult enough to access, and now it's worse.
Mental health services, we need it, and we need it really bad.
You can't tell us what we need. You need to talk to us about what we need.
That's why I feel if they do this, they're not thinking about, like other people. They're just thinking about themselves.
To cut any amount from that budget is nothing less than a sin.
We need to find another way around cutting services.
And find other ways to find revenue. But don't touch us. We don't deserve it.
There's billionaires are profiting off of this epidemic. It's pandemic, they're profiting off of it, and they're getting richer.
You have people that are not paying taxes at all, that ought to be, and you know it, and you have the list.
So please hear us, think of us, see our faces, and realize how much we've been struggling and how much worse these cuts will make it for us.
And it's vital for them to listen to our voices and really how it's impacting the people, because they're there to represent us, That's why we put them in office.
We need help. We cannot take any cuts whatsoever in any mental health services, and that's final.